Welcome back to the Big Fat Quiz. This next round is all about the famous faces who made 2012 what it was. David Cameron was accused of spending too much time chillaxing this year. The word chillaxing is a composite of chilling and relaxing, and it's used mainly by funts and consoles. Kim Jong-un became the leader of North Korea. Critics of the new leader have said, please stop torturing me. And in July, I made headlines, which was great news if there's no such thing as bad publicity. I tell you what, that's when you know you're in trouble. When the Prime Minister of the country that you live in breaks off from the G20 summit in Mexico, he's in a meeting with Barack Obama, the most important man in the world, and he says, "Excuse me, Barack, I've got something very important I need to deal with right now. Jimmy Carr is a dick." Right, time for some more questions. I wasn't the only one embroiled in a tax scandal this year. So was this dog. But how?
He specifically came out of the meeting just to say you're a dick.
Yeah.
He could have said that any time, though.
It looks like he's about to get strapped onto Mitt Romney's car.
Time for another guest question. This time it's from the man who fell to earth. It's stuntman and daredevil, Felix Baumgartner.
Hi, Jimmy. I had a pretty quiet year, apart from that time when millions of people watched me break the sound barrier when I jumped from space. But what were my last words before I took the plunge?
Yeah, Felix Baumgartner wants to know what his last words were before he fell from space. Was it, "I like Def Leppard and pretty girls"?
All right, he fell out of a big thing, but he wasn't dressed as the Queen, was he? That's what I will say.
No, he was not, Jonathan. So what did Felix say before he jumped out of the plane? Next question. Anthony Worrell Thompson was caught stealing from his local Tesco's. Can you name 3 items he stole?
Oh, yes.
Anthony Worrell Thompson owns a pub hotel in the countryside in which I lost my virginity.
Wow.
Not to him, not to him. to a lady, a woman. Isn't that lovely?
That is absolutely lovely.
I look at him, I think of the happiest night of my life and the worst of hers.
But that shows you how wonderfully posh you are, that you lost your virginity in an award-winning restaurant.
Rather than in a bush like the rest of us.
Where did you lose yours?
Underneath the Severn Bridge at an army camp.
Those soldiers were gentle.
Yeah, exactly. But it was brutal, because you could hear, go on, mate. I'm trying to make love.
OK, Prince Harry enlivened the summer no end when photos surfaced of his nude antics in Vegas. But what game was he said to have been playing at the time?
Oh, I know this.
What game was he playing when nude photos were taken of him?
Yeah.
And finally, here's a picture of journalist Samantha Brick. She wrote at length this year about how she suffers from a terrible, life-ruining affliction. I'd like to know, what is it? What life-ruining affliction does she suffer from? OK, without further ado, here are the answers. OK, I asked you how this dog was involved in a tax scandal. Did anyone get this?
Does it own Starbucks? Oh, no, it's the Churchill dog, isn't it? Were they embroiled in it?
No.
No.
What did you get, Russell, Jonathan?
We assumed he might be your accountant, which would explain why you took such fucking bad advice.
That is not my accountant.
Well, you might be better off going with him next time.
It was Harry Redknapp.
Harry Redknapp claimed that the dog was either earning money or had some of the money offshore or something, or buried it offshore.
He had an account set up in the dog's name.
Yeah.
Like Rosie or something.
That is exactly right. What did you get, Richard and Gabby?
He bought a lukewarm pasty, I put.
Well, let's go maybe with Gabby's answer. Gabby?
Harry Redknapp's dog, Rosie, because Rosie had an offshore account in her name, didn't she?
And his name, yeah, I can tell you that it's Harry Redknapp's dog, Rosie, and it was revealed during the Redknapp's trial for tax evasion he'd opened a bank account in her name. I also should say Harry Redknapp was found entirely innocent on all charges, and Rosie was found to be a good girl. Yes, you are.
In that photo, they look like novelty slippers, though.
He looks like a giant spaniel with those ears.
This photo just keeps on giving. He totally does. OK, the man who fell to earth, Felix Baumgartner, asked you for the last words he said before jumping out of the plane. What did you put?
He said that he shouted, "It's pronounced Baumgartner!"
What do you think?
He said, "I'm coming home," but you couldn't hear him say home. So it really changed.
We don't know.
You don't know?
He said, "I've betrayed everyone I care about."
have a look at him in action.
That could be anyone.
No man has fallen further other than Jimmy Savile this year. Felix Baumgartner.
I asked you what Anthony Worrell Thompson stole from his local Tesco's. What did you get?
Well, now, we know, Jimmy, that if you say stuff, if you mention products that you might like on the television, people might send things to you.
Clever.
We think he maybe stole a case of Bollinger champagne.
Six. And the big ones as well.
The big magnums.
Magnums.
And a pyramid of Ferrero Rochers.
Multi-tiered, not the small ones.
And some Caniston Wants.
The pills and the cream.
OK, that is not exactly the right answer. Russell, Jonathan, what did you get?
Cheese, onions, and Jamie's 15-minute meals. That's what he got. You go home and cook it up. But it's like a recipe. It says, take onions, take cheese. He'd had a drink, he just followed it directly.
What did you put for this?
Richard?
Spam, John Bishop DVD. I haven't seen it. I like him. And birthday candles. I'm really upset.
Have you had a Spam birthday cake?
Is that a public school thing?
That's what we call it.
Gabby, a little bit of sense from you?
We went with cheese as well.
Cheese, onions.
Yeah.
And wine. And the most extraordinary thing of all, coleslaw.
That is mental.
Crazy.
He nicked cheese, bread, onions and 2 packs of discounted coleslaw. So you get a point, you get a point, you do not get a point. But you may get some Bollinger, so cheer up. Next up, what game was Prince Harry said to have been playing when he was photographed naked in Vegas?
It's a Royal Knockout.
Come on, girls, let's play It's a Royal Knockout.
That is a public school thing.
Russell?
Teabag the Swan.
Teabag the Swan.
Teabag the Swan. Teabag the Swan and strip billiards. He did a bit of both. If I was a multi-millionaire single prince, there'd never be a photo of me with my clothes on.
Yeah.
I'd smash my way through Europe like the Black Death.
What have you guys got?
I went for Donkey Kong.
Strip pool, strip snooker.
Strip pool? Oh, well, I'll give you a point and I'll give you a point. That's right, it was strip billiards. Finally, from what life-ruining affliction does journalist Samantha Brick suffer?
Oh. She is the most beautiful woman in the world.
Yeah. And that is an affliction.
She's someone else.
It makes you think, though, that a mirror must be pissed. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is you? You're fucking lovely.
Richard thinks something else, but who knows? Richard could be right.
What did you think?
Does she think she's a sailor?
So, Gabby, you've put...
I did it in French.
OK.
Le belle pour toi.
Oh, nice.
Wow. That's
Fancy schmancy.
That's just getting ridiculous now. You're so confident you know the answer, you're now writing it in a second language.
I just thought we might get a bonus point.
Well, you don't get a bonus point, but you do get a point because, yes, Samantha Brick is too beautiful. I'm tall, slim, blonde, and so often I'm told a good-looking woman. I know how lucky I am, but there are downsides to being pretty. The main one being that other women hate me for no other reason than my lovely looks.
Me and Brick are very similar. We're just too good-looking.
Do you know your affliction can be dealt with by a professional?
Yeah.
It's an optician. OK, let's have a quick check on the scores. I can tell you that Jack and James have 2 points.
Yes!
Yeah, oh yeah. Rocking it. OK, Russell and Jonathan have 10 points. Richard and Gabby have 14 points, way out in the lead.